So back in the day, the traps worked like this, like to the left here.
Not very reliable.
You could go in here and you could bring anything in here. Guns, fucking gold, the tigers from Heist.
I remember, yeah. You could break shit in the...
Wait.
We going?
I mean, this trapdoor don't open.
I don't remember what you
Which trapdoor are you talking about?
The one in Mirror Park.
Oh. Yeah, honestly, it was so much better back then. You would drive by, you would see people, in there. They'd have a team waiting outside to fight, bro. It was so much better. Motherfuckers be fighting all fucking day, bro, over that shit.
What is he? This is before I played Crim, chat. Is he talking about whenever those doors you'd have to slap the key and then you would get in? Is that what he's talking about?
We found it.
It's okay, man.
It was like a mutual agreement. You went there, you knew shit was gonna pop off, more than likely, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, we tried.
We will rise from the ashes once again, brother.
We tried picking him up off the ground, it didn't work.
Fuck you!
We assumed you might have to be like a nurse.
Yeah, it was so good though.
Licensed or some shit, I don't know.
That shit was so good.
There's a reason why it says it's not very reliable.
Remember when motherfuckers were lining up to sell shit to the pawn shop? For real, bro.
Pawn shop stuff was sick. I agree with that.
I mean, the pawn shop was a thing back then, but I don't think it was what you're talking about. Like, you would go there, you would start the job, and only a certain amount of people would get it, and you'd have to do the deliveries. Bro, that's how it should be, Kill Dill.
So basically, what they're talking about is in No Pixel back in the day, Vagos held down the pawn shop, which was right next to the strip club. And at the very beginning of Tsunami, there would only be like, let's say 20 people who were allowed to do a pawn run. So what the Vagos did was they held down the pawn. There would be Vagos members at the pawn. If you took the job, you would have to pay the Vagos members $500 or however much it was. And or if you couldn't afford that, then, or I think it was like 5,000. But if you couldn't afford that, you would have to be like, hey, listen, I'll run it and I'll give you 50% of what I make, or 30 or 40%. It was a lot. But I'll give you majority or at least half of what I make if you let me do this and not rob me. And they would be like, okay. So we would literally have 25 plus people in a line, not kidding, waiting for Vagos members to come to the pawn shop and to say, okay, you guys are good. Go ahead and start. Now, people would just grab it and leave, but the Vagos members knew where the drop-off points were and would just go and murk them if they didn't talk to the Vagos guys in order to get that job. It was pretty fucking cool, to be honest. Because the way they did it back then, it was Arturo. If you guys don't know who Arturo is, I believe that's his name is Iron Monkey, I think is what his Twitch name is. He was an amazing role player. Always has been. Used to have like literally a character in every gang. Everybody liked him. And he was one of the people who helped run it. Same thing with Speedy, and Flippy was in their gang back then, and Ice was in their gang back then. So it was just, they did it really, really cool. It was very, very cool how they did it, the way they did it. Everything about them doing it was very, very cool. And yeah, I mean, I agree. The pawn shop stuff back then was really, really awesome.
If you're doing a fucking criminal job, a transport, or a bank, and no cops are showing up, and fucking, you should expect to get countered, bro. But yeah, not anymore. We ain't countering no more. We got way too many people banned already. Ain't happening. We're done. We're done acting like a gang, bro. It's gonna be all fucking Fairyland and Second Life. Fuck, I went the wrong way. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we ain't countering no more. No one's gonna do any gang shit. Everything's gonna be free. Motherfuckers just want everything for free.
Other gangs been countering over and over. Why aren't they getting banned? They are. That's it. There's this misconception with the Prodigy community, with every gang, where people are like, oh man, the admins are looking for reasons to ban us. Oh, CG guys feel that way. ZB feels that way. Other gangs feel that way. Oh, the admin team's just out to get us. No. Everyone is catching fucking bans or conversations or this or that. It's literally every single gang, like everybody. I'm not going to go in depth, but it is across the board, every gang. And I think the reason for that being is that there's a lot of stuff, again, we talk about just like rules that are just blatantly broken. And it's just like, what do you expect them to do? You know? Like, for example, I think one of the reasons that these guys got banned, I think one of the catalysts on why they got banned was the situation on their turf, right? Going over the numbers. Now, on stream, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to, say, oh, these guys deserve to get banned. I'm going to go over there and tell them they're going to get banned. Obviously, for those who were watching that day, I went over there, let them know the rule. Like, hey, guys, don't do that again. You're good. Is what it is. But you cannot break rules and expect just to be patted on the ass and said, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. Especially whenever there are rules that are posted very clearly on the Prodigy website. I'm a fucking moron. Some people say that I am a little bit more than a moron. I know the fucking rules. If I can know the rules, y'all motherfuckers can know the fucking rules. Okay? If I can, you can. Before you even get into the server, you should at least get familiar so this kind of stuff doesn't fucking happen. So, again, like, I feel terrible for them. I hate feeling like I have to walk on eggshells. I get what they're saying. I truly do. But this mindset of they're after me, it's just, and this isn't directed at ZB, it's directed at all of Prodigy. It's just false. It is consistent across the board with everybody. They are monitoring gangs. They are making sure people are following rules. And if you don't break rules and you're encouraging roleplay, you will be fine. But whenever you don't and you do break rules, there's consequences that come with them. And a lot of things that people talk about, they're talking about one situation. What about the other 7 situations in the last 4 weeks? This isn't just one thing that got them permaban 7 days, 4 days, 3, whatever. It's a series of events that went unchecked that the admin team, Rav, and whoever watched happen and went, okay, we're not going to ban them here. It could have been a mistake. We're not going to ban them here. It could have been a mistake. We're not going to ban them here. It could have been the mistake. Have a conversation with them. Talk to them. Try and get them under the same mindset of where the server is going and what we expect out of them. Have a conversation. Talk to them. Could have been a mistake. At what point do they go, okay, what the fuck? We have had conversations. We have given warnings. We have done this. We have done that. At what point can they do their job? You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I've been seeing it a lot and it just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Like, I understand what ZB's saying. Obviously, like, we haven't even heard what he's about to say, but I understand, like, the sentiment of, like, I don't know if I want to counter anymore, this, that, and the other because of this. Like, I get it. I understand, especially when bans are being thrown. Your boys just got banned. Dude, it's disheartening. You don't want to fuck up anymore. But at the same time, man, it's I don't think one situation is the reason that people are getting banned or permit. It's multiple situations leading up to this situation. Does that make sense? Rav's here. What up, Rav?
Nah, not Skittle Gang, because we ain't gonna be friendly with nobody, but, you know, still, like...
Love you, baby. Have a great day.
There's nothing to worry about. No repercussion for spamming jobs on repeat.
Also false. Again, listen, chat. whenever we're breaking this down, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm going at ZB. I think ZB is a fantastic role player. And to be honest with you, ZB has been killing it lately. Like, I've watched his streams on Kick. Every time I interact with ZB or Tyrone Biggums, it is always a good time. Literally always. Like, there's never a situation that I see ZB and I'm not excited to talk to him, interact with him, or be around him in a situation. Dude is the man. Absolutely the man. The best. He's just wrong about this. People are getting banned. And to be honest, I've even said on stream, why aren't these people getting banned? They're doing NVL jumps. They're fucking doing this. They're shit. They're this. They're that. And then I find out there has been bans and that people are getting checked for doing stupid shit. You just don't see it. You don't hear about it. The admins aren't posting it on the fucking Discord. Daily ban of the week. You know, that's not happening because it doesn't need to happen, but it doesn't mean it's, you know, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening at all, because it is. The admin team is working their fucking asses off. Trust me, I know. So, again, it's just, I understand how he feels, but how he feels is just not the reality of what's going on.
No one to try to stop you. Everyone gets a trophy, 2025 type shit. No fear of anything. Motherfuckers go into your stream and take your own clips and try to report you. Like, that shit is crazy. Some more stuff pop off. Yeah, a lot of us got like a 2 or 3 day ban today. Like a lot of us. Tubby got permed. Kiwi got permed, but he's fucking retarded. He deserved to get permed, to be honest. That dumb motherfucker should have known better. Well, Tubby got permed because he's had so many fucking tickets. He has so many tickets that, you know, this motherfucker had 2 tickets open, and he got a 5-day for one, and then they seen that he was already on a 5-day, so they're just like, all right, fucking perm this dumb motherfucker.
This wave of overzealousness on bans, it might be warranted 100% distraction from RP. How many comments have been made about people not wanting to do X, participate in Y, and a plethora of other stuff. It's kind of whack as a viewer because I breaks the immersion completely, at least for me. If y'all let the stuff fester as they've been allowed this happen, same thing happened on No Pixel. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about how people feel, or are you talking about people doing stuff in character? I'm not too sure.
Why he had so many tickets? Because he counters people. I mean, you know, he counters. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does dumb shit sometimes too. Like he came to the block the other day, thought he lost to cops. Okay, this is what like 90% of the gang's banned for right now. So the other day he did a bank. Thought he got away. Okay, he thought he got away. He lost visual of these cops. He lost them, but the thing is, when you're Tubby, you can't put a mask on. They automatically know it's ESB. So as soon as they lose you, they just come right to the block. Which, you know, whatever. Okay, you know he's ESB. Understandable. You know, I mean, he can't put a mask on, so. I mean, anytime he does anything, you're gonna know it's him.
One more time.
And
one more time.
Back up.
he loses the cops. He parks up. He comes walking inside, and as he's walking in, you can see the cop lights on the wall, right? But he's fucking zooted out of his mind, high as hell. Just got done a 14-hour stream. He's walking into his apartment, and you can see the cop lights. He personally doesn't see them, and he walks into his apartment. Cop pulls up right here on a bike and was like, don't do it, Tubby, don't do it. They seen him go into his house, so they called down 10 cops to raid his fucking house, obviously, you know, because this dumb motherfucker just went inside. When they pull up to the block with the cops to raid him, he says, oh, everyone, you know, someone says on radio like, yo, Tubby's about to get raided, and he's like, oh, they're on our block, anyone can shoot him, right? Which, I mean, is not very clear in the rule set how that works. Like, it's different all the time. Like, if a gang pushes our block, I'm like 99.9% sure you can attack with anybody. But when a cop comes to your block, you got to pick a 5. I have no idea how it works. Who the fuck knows? It doesn't state it clearly in the rules. And yeah, everybody on the block shot cops, and everyone that was involved in that got banned. Sadly. And they banned like 10 people.
Oh boy.
That's how Beto.
Damn, Hutch got half of ESB banned. No, don't say that. I was not. Hey, I just responded. Okay.
Meanwhile, cops go over numbers every single day. No repercussion.
False.
I mean, it is what it is. It's how it always been. Every server.
People have been deranked. People have lost their jobs. People have been fired. People have been. I mean, that statement for the PD stuff. That's just false. I guarantee you, Rav could give you guys a list of 20 names right now of officers in the PD who have been punished for going over numbers or doing that stupid shit. Hell, I've personally fired probably 5 to 6 of them. You know. Banned. Okay. Let me explain to you something. Time for paint. Time for paint. Because this argument is just, it's not even valid. And here's why. Okay? You have criminals. You have criminals over here. And you have cops over here. Okay? Out of these criminals, let's say you have 10 friends. Okay? 10 friends. Or 10 friends / gang members. Okay? You have 10 friends / gang members. On cop side, you have 35 cops. And out of those 35 cops, you might actually know. I literally was the chief. I hired 90% of these motherfuckers. I would say 70%. 70% of these people. Out of a 35 officer on duty fucking people or on the radio, how many of these people do I actually know? 6, maybe. 6 people, maybe, that I actually know. And I'm the one who hired them, right? So imagine the people who just got hired. Now, gunfights breaking out, right? Confusion, chaos. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You have 10 friends / gang members trying to figure out how they can half this number to 5 and be sufficient. Then you have 35 cops who don't even know each other trying to get sufficient at 10. Double the amount of numbers, double the amount of pool, double the amount of chaos, plus you don't know any of them. Or you don't know most of them. Then you have high command members who are trying to get the number situated. You're using 311s. You got multiple radios that you have to go through, multiple channels, multiple numbers. Then you get those numbers. Then you have high command people making sure that the numbers are sufficient whenever they're there. Then you have some dumb fuck cadet probation officer who's just a zombie, probably been smoking that Colombian kush or that devil's lettuce for 3 hours on a 9-hour shift that just rolls in and fucks up the entire situation. Then you have the morons who will literally be told, this is what you do, 1, 2, 3, and they show up and they say 6, 7, 8. You know, like, you don't understand until you do it. I would encourage all the criminals who think it's easy, make a cop character, grind for a fucking month, get promoted, and see it for yourself. It is hard as shit. It is the hardest fucking thing. On top of that, even getting the motherfuckers, the map trying to figure out how many people you have on a scene, good fucking luck. Good luck. Then while you're in a gunfight trying to make sure people don't roll up, chat, I play cop, I play crim. Crims start a situation, cops end a situation. Cops are reactionary, crims are whatever the fucking thing is of opposite of reactionary. I don't know the right word. But it's not even comparable. It's not even comparable. Truly, it isn't. Trying to figure out if you plus 4 people are good and trying to figure out if you plus 9 strangers are good. Yeah, if you're trying to say that's anywhere close to the same, you are restarting a server. Okay? You're restarted. I'm just going to say it. I'm trying to, get off of using that word. So I'm just going to use restarted. Brother, I want these guys to play cop so they can understand how difficult it truly is. It's not an easy task, chat. It is not. People act like it is, and it is not. It isn't. ZB tried but got denied for too much personality. Oh, you're talking about his cop character?
Cops are fucking nearly untouchable. I mean, they're
Well,
little
listen,
mini
if
admins.
ZB wants to try cop and
the funny thing is, like,
see
the
the
cops
other
came
side,
down and
I'll
talked
make
to
it
us after it
happen.
happened. They're like, yeah, listen, you can't be doing that. Like, you can't just run to your block and then have all your boys fight us, even though that's not what was intended. But that's what they're making it out to be. Like, Tubby purposely ran to the block because he couldn't get away and he needed everyone to kill them. Like, no, that's not at all what happened. Our normal 5 would fucking slam 10 of you cops, no problem.
Agreed.
Not even a question.
Yep. Agreed.
But they're making it like he came to the block purposely to bait a gunfight just so he could pocket wipe cops. That's literally the go-to.
I don't think so. I disagree with this. It's one of those situations where it sucks and it's brutal. I feel for him. I have been perma'd. I have been banned. I have had 7 days, 3 days, 14 days. I have went through everything that this guy is going through. At the very end of the day, I will say what needs to be said, and the reality of this entire situation, a rule was broken. The guy got banned for it, and he'll be able to appeal, and then hopefully come back and continue to play. It sucks. I have been on the receiving end of it many of times, and I am actively working to hopefully get some stuff reduced. I think mistakes do happen. But again, to sit here and to say that rule was broke, he said sorry, it's okay. This isn't a one-off. You know what I mean? It sucks, but the admin teams have to be able to do their job. Ravage and the admin teams have to be able to try and make this server better. And us as content creators have to respect them at least trying to do it. That's just the reality. It's just the reality of it, You can agree with it, you can disagree with it. It's quite literally their job.
Oh, you did this to pocket white cops. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Tubby did walk out and he robbed like 3 or 4 of these guys and took their guns. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is.
What you guys getting into? Anything right now?
Being pacifists.
Shit.
I don't think, again, man, I understand the frustration. I don't think they need to be pacifists. They can still play the game. They can still enjoy themselves. I will also say this. I will hopefully, listen, if people are spam reporting, that's an issue within itself. I don't think it's happening. I'll ask, but I do not think people are getting spam reported, or there's a singular group that is spam reporting other people trying to get them banned. If it is happening, I guarantee you it would be addressed. At least I would think so, or I'll ask about it. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Again, I don't get to experience what these guys experience. Obviously, people don't report me or treat me the same way that they treat other people in the server. I get that. I'm not brain dead. I understand that people definitely act differently around me than other people in the server. I understand that. But I will ask around and see. But I know it's not. It's just a shitty situation, bro. And I feel for him and it sucks. But At the same time, as I've said 3 times, I'll say it a 4th, and we'll go to the next clip. The team has to be able to do their jobs. And as someone who knows the Prodigy team, no one's out to get anyone. There's no admin that just hates CG or just hates ESB or just hates Havoc or just hates this. That's not a thing. We dealt with that on No Pixel. Admins who truly hated our fucking guts and would take tickets just to be able to punish us. We've experienced that ourselves, and it fucking sucks. And what I can say is that is not happening here. I know it is not happening here. It's just not. But I will say, if people are making reports and, like, let's say there's a guy who's made 7 reports and all 7 have been thrown out, that motherfucker is just as much dog shit for our community as the dude who's getting reported, because nobody wants a little piece of shit who's just spam reporting people. You know, it's not fun. So if that is what's happening, that's one thing, but I don't think that it is. But again, I will ask, and I will see, because I've been part of that. I've literally had situations where I see a certain cop, I won't say their name because they're streamers, and they would literally attach to my scenes, wait for me to do anything borderline, and report the fuck out of me every single time. I got banned because of this person north of 5 times. They would go out of their way to be part of situations I'm a part of just to report me. So I know how it is, but I do not think that that's what's happening.
Imagine just
And a guy trying to jerk me off in the back of a bus.